yield to a member on the Democratic side that served in a combat area designated zone and deployment of our country. Anybody in the Democratic side?
Mr. Stubbe, what's the purpose of the question? My father, no, let me finish. Let me finish.
Because I'm going to make a point and you're taking my time. So I will yield to any member who
because I'm offended at your suggestion that somehow if we've not served in a combat zone that we don't care about protecting the lives of our constituents.
Has nothing to do about how you
to me.
And for our family members who have lost blood, they should be respected.
Reclaiming my time. So, Mr. Chairman, I'd like 40 seconds
I've seen my constituents die in battle.
It's Mr. Stubbe's time. Gentleman is recognized.
And I will ask for 40 additional seconds that I was taken. Okay, so I served in Operation Iraqi Freedom. I served in the Army, and there's a lot of talk in Washington about weapons of war. And my purpose...
Today, I'm diving into a fiery debate that recently took place in Congress over a proposed gun control bill. Things got heated when Republican Congressman Greg Stubbe from Florida squared off with Democratic lawmakers. So make sure to stick around as I break down everything that happened. Before I get started, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Let's jump right in.
Have served was to ask them a specific question of what type of firearm were you issued when you were deployed. And the answer to that question is a true what would be defined as a weapon actually used in war, has a selector switch on it for fully automatic, 3-round burst, and semi-automatic. So when I deployed in 2006, in Operation Iraqi Freedom, we were issued M4s in the United States Army. Those M4s had a selector switch on them. Those selector switch allow you to have fully automatic, 3-round burst, or semi-automatic. Those firearms are not allowed for purchase in the United States. This cascading of weapons of war, what I was issued, and again, I would ask any person that served in a deployed environment, you are issued weapons that allow for fully automatic and 3-round burst. That is not available for purchase in the United States, and that is not what the Democrats are attempting to ban today because that's already banned. What we're talking about is a semi-automatic rifle that only is used in a semi-automatic form. So behind me is a typical AR platform weapon, and you can't see it because it's on this side, not the other side, that has a selector switch on it. That selector switch is only for fire or not fire, safe or not safe, and that is for a semi-matic operation of the weapon, which means every time I depress the trigger, a round comes out of the firearm. All right, next slide, and just move it over. This is the most popular handgun in the United States that was purchased is a Glock 19. It functions in exactly the same way as this rifle. It's a semi-automatic, just like that's a semi-automatic. The rifles not available for purchase don't have a selector switch for 3-round bursts or fully auto. This is a semi-automatic handgun. As quick as I depress the trigger of this Glock 19, a round comes out of the chamber. The functionality between that weapon and this weapon are exactly identical. There is no difference. So you're banning a class of weapons that you don't like the look of, not because of functionality, not because of how fast a round comes out of the weapon, just because you don't like the way that they look, because they function exactly the same. Now move this one over one. So now this is a Glock 19. Glock 19 comes with a 15-round magazine, which under this bill is legal, although it's interesting that a couple weeks ago you banned 10-round magazines and then you changed it to a 15-round magazine. It's interesting to understand the thought process there, but that is for another time. This is a 6-hour P320, which some of you probably saw in one of the hearings on the magazine bans. I showed my P320. This comes with a 20-round magazine. So under this bill, because it has a 15-round magazine ban, this gun would be banned because you wouldn't be able to use it. Again, it functions exactly the same as that gun.
Fired. So why target the AR-style rifles, which he argued function the same way as handguns? It's all about consistency, according to Stubbe. If one is allowed, the other should be too, based on how they operate. So in his view, the bill's decision to ban AR-style rifles but allow handguns didn't make much sense. Stubbe didn't stop there. He pointed out some key inconsistencies in the bill itself. For example, it originally banned 10-round magazines but later switched to a 15-round magazine limit. How do you explain that, right? It's clear that there's no logical consistency when it comes to the way the bill handles certain firearms and magazines.
It functions exactly the same. As fast as you depress the trigger is as fast as a round comes out. So now the next one. So that gun would be banned. That would be okay because you can put a 15-round magazine in it. This is a lever action. Under this bill, lever actions apparently are okay. but semi-automatic AR platform rifles are not okay. So we're going to discriminate against the type of firearms that we're going to use, despite the fact that the functionality is the same. The only difference here is after you depress the trigger and a round comes out, you have to reload using the lever action, which saves you maybe half of a second.
Stubbe even took it a step further by comparing semi-automatic rifles to lever-action rifles, which the bill would allow. Both types of firearms are functionally similar, but one is being banned while the other remains legal. If the bill is focused on functionality, why would there be this distinction? Here's the crux of Stubbe's argument. It's not about the functionality of the firearms, it's about their appearance. The bill seems to discriminate based on the design of the weapon, not how it works. Stubbe's concern is that the legislation is more about controlling weapon aesthetics rather than making decisions based on actual safety or reducing violence. This is where things got really personal. Stubbe was clearly offended by the insinuation that lawmakers who hadn't served in combat zones didn't care about protecting American lives.
The next one, which is also legal, is a tubular. This is a tubular 22, which, again, and Mr. Massey did a good job of highlighting how ridiculous the calibers of the bullets are. The Democratic majority is discriminating against some of the most popular weapons in the United States simply because they don't like the way they look, not because of the way they function. And there are so many Americans that are confused when they see the semi-automatic rifle that the Democrats want to ban as being fully automatic. It's not. You can't purchase that. It's illegal. It is not a weapon of war. A weapon of war has a fully automatic switch or a 3-round burst. I yield back the remainder of my time.
Lives. He felt that such accusations were not only untrue, but also disrespectful to those who serve in Congress, but didn't serve in combat. So, what's the takeaway from all this? Congressman Greg Steube made it clear that while the intent behind the gun control bill may be to reduce violence, he believes it's missing the mark by focusing on the wrong things. Instead of focusing on the aesthetics or appearance of the firearms, the focus should be on their actual functionality and making logical decisions about safety. Do you agree with Stubbe's arguments, or do you think stricter gun control measures are necessary to reduce violence? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. And hey, if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you stay up to date with all the latest political debates. Thanks for watching.